garage, I have my crawl space, going up into above the garage. And I was looking at it, I'm like, you know what? I've never even looked up there. Not even once. I probably should look up there. So I moved my thing, right? Moved the little piece out of the way, and I got a ladder and I climbed up there.
Immediately attacked by spiders.
I put my head up there and I go,
there's a body.
Oh my God, it's a whole new world up here.
Oh.
Yeah,
it is
storage.
An entire city was above my garage, right? Because I have a tall roof.
You have a very tall room, roof up there.
And I couldn't believe it.
Anthony, you could build another room up there.
So listen. So I'm looking up there and I go, oh my God. I look back down through the hole and I see all the Christmas crap that's been haunting me for literally 6 months. I've been in that house.
So what you do is you go down, you get some.
Be gone.
So here's what you do.
Well, listen. Let me finish.
I'm just going to give you a heads up first.
Hold on. You ready for this? So then I said, I'm doing this today. I'm going to do this.
Oh, you already did it.
I'm going to do this today. So I get off the ladder. I say, hey, Katie, I'm taking off. I'm fixing our storage issue here in the house. And she goes, what are you talking about? Love you. Bye. Right? Close the door. I'm out. I'm on my way to Lowe's.
Okay,
good. Did a couple of measurements. Picked up some very nice, flooring grade, whatever the heck it is. OSB, right?
Good boy.
Some strong stuff.
Yeah.
Spent $150 in wood. I did not
had
know.
it trimmed.
I did not know OSB cost this much, right?
Yeah.
So I picked up this OSB here. I bought a ton of this stuff, and I went back to the house. I got Torx drill bits because they don't strip.
Yep.
I got everything I needed to, and I said it's time to build out the city.
Yeah.
So there I am up there starting the new city build, also known as my spare bedroom when my wife gets mad at me.
Yeah.
And you can see this next shot here. I started laying everything out.
Wow, look at all that room. It's like a real attic.
It is.
Yes.
It is. It's amazing. So I hucked the boards up in there. I crawled up there and I just started zipping screws in, and I just started building it as I was going. So you know what I mean? I started it small and then built it out. But what I wanted to do was not cover any of the electrical, areas, so I can still have access to everything. So I basically moved things around in a way that I can get to it. The third bay there's no point in trying to crawl over to third bay because there's lots of trussing and beams that go through there. So I kind of primarily kept it to just the 2 bay there, but I could keep going.
Yeah, there's almost another 700 square feet up there, technically.
Like literally. And so I'm like, well, I could just start putting a bunch of crap up here. So I just kept throwing stuff up. And it's the most amazing thing. I knew I was an adult when I was jacked up at Lowe's telling the 18-year-old kid, hey, I'm cutting these because I'm creating a city above my garage and it's going to be freaking awesome. And he goes, whatever, man. I don't, like whatever. I don't care. But it's tall enough that I can stand up in there. So I can stand up, and then what I end up doing...
Davis says that space will eventually be rented by Jimmy Ellis.
The Florida City's Wi-Fi stream of 8%. Pretty much. And so I can stand up there, and then I put LED lights that are all battery powered. So when I climb up there, they're all magnetized to the bracing. So I just click those on, and I turn on the room
exactly
up there.
what you need to do.
Right?
So have you thought about getting a ladder? One of the drop-down things with the ladder, so you can.
I would love
Christmas
that.
vacation
I don't know how
smacks you in
those
the
work.
face.
I don't know how you install them. I don't know how that, but I would love that. That would be awesome. But I braced. So right when you walk up there, you have your few boards. But what's nice is that they did a couple catwalks on there already.
Yeah.
And so basically, when you get to the top, I put boards right around that circle there,
so you can climb in anywhere.
You can get up and put your butt up on it.
Yeah.
So I can get up there on myself with a 6-foot ladder, no problem. I don't need somebody to hold the ladder or anything. But it's the best thing. I never knew I had.
Yeah, no.
Love
so
that.
you're able to get all the Christmas stuff,
All
hopefully?
of it.
Oh,
All
my
of it.
goodness. Wow.
So I have all the Christmas stuff up there. I put my Del Sol seats that I didn't know what the heck to do with. I broke them in half. I just unbolted them.
Yeah.
Wrapped up in saran wrap. Threw those up there for a later date. And I have another... Did you
put the Grom up there?
Well, I have about... I measured it out. So I think in total... I got...
Yes, honey, I sold the bike.
He's got a crane. He's like, he slides it up.
So they were an 8 by 5 board, right? That I got cut up, right? So I cut it up into 2. So I split it in half and split it. So an 8 by 5 is 40 square feet, right?
Yeah.
So I had about 80 square feet worth of boards up there. I only covered about maybe a little more than half of that, so 45, and I haven't even stacked things on top of it myself, so I can keep going basically. And I don't know if there's a weight limit up there, but
as long as it's all pretty even.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I'm
and
trying to even
and
it
you're
out.
building those. You're putting them on the wood.
Well, and
so
the OSB is
it's
strong,
allowing it to
and I'm
help
trying anything that
stretch
was
it
heavy. I
across.
just kind of put it over one of the studs, and I kind of called it good.
Nice.
Is it hang bang? I think
It's
probably.
never appropriate.
But really clean up there. Well, I mean, it's a new house, obviously, but I was just surprised. I'm thinking like, oh my god, there's gonna be spiders up here. No spiders. It was great.
Yeah.
No, my house there definitely would be, but in yours is so new, you don't have to worry.
Yeah,
about
well,
that
I'm
yet.
thinking if I go up there enough, it might scare them off, right? Just appear, right?
Yeah.
That guy comes back a couple times a year to pull crap down. I just wish I could fit the Christmas tree up there. It's too big. It's a bag. It's basically in a giant bag, and it's too much of a hassle to put it up.
You can't it's not narrow enough. You could fit it.
It's not. It's a wide fake tree, and so I don't know how else the heck to do it unless I just put it in pieces. But it's all strung.
That's all right. If
so,
all you had to do was deal with the tree,
that's
pretty good.
It's not bad, but I was able to clear off half of the shelving in my garage.
That's amazing, right?
So I was pretty happy, and create more space for
and
other
you
stuff.
didn't have to go rent a storage unit, which
I didn't have to rent a storage.
It's getting very expensive.
I have one above my garage, so I didn't know that. But anyway, so I did that. I was pretty jacked up, guys. I would
have been so excited. That is that's like finding. That's like Dane when he found that wheel and barbecue in the back of his yard. It's like I never knew this existed. Yeah.
And and Katie's like, all right, enough talking about it. And I said, I can't. I'm like, you don't understand.
You're like, get on this ladder and climb up here and see what I built.
She won't do it. But I was like, you have to see the city up here. It's amazing. like I'm thinking like we can. So I threw camping stuff. I threw the coolers. Basically anything that's like an immediate access thing. I can make it easy to go. But I do agree that it would be really nice if there was like a drop down door rather than just a piece of drywall, sheetrock. That would just make it a little bit nicer.
Or someday you go crazy and you build a staircase at the back of your garage that goes up to it. So it's a nice solid footing. You can take stuff up there and you just put an opening on it. It's still a normal opening, but it's a solid staircase like what we got out here in the warehouse that you could just go up.
But it's all very sturdy, and I could keep obviously building that out. And so I don't. It's already. I think it's good enough where it's at right now. But I was thinking of like, do I do hooks up here? I'm like, there's a snow shovel. There's all of the.
I feel like if we wait on a long enough timeline, the racing sim will wind up there, and you'll get extra screens for it.
What if that was like my
and he just
space.
sits in like one of those kind of like angled corners where it's not really useful for anything anyway, but you mount the TVs low and you're sitting there like F1 position.
I gotta go play
if there was nothing up there, there would
mount
be
it on the
room.
rafters.
There would be enough room if it was just that.
Oh
but,
man.
I think the boarding. I'm glad I spent a little bit more.
You're up there at the right temperature.
In the winter it sucks.
Summertime it's gonna cook, and wintertime it's gonna be freezing.
One thing you can do is put in some vents up there. You can also get a solar powered fan.
Well,
you can mount up there so it'll help circulate some of that air.
There's the front vent that I have, and then all the side vents are all opened. So there is ventilation, and fortunately there's screens on it to prevent the maybe like bats and crap and wasps from building a nest inside there.
Things from getting in.
But it's pretty cool. I was pretty excited, and so but I spent only a couple hours doing that. It didn't take me very long.
Yeah.
I mean, I was up in there. I just started kind of piecing things wherever they fit, and I said, okay, that looks pretty good to me.
So you know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Make sure you're subscribed to the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel, as well as the Rag Company YouTube channel, and last but not least, the Rag Company FAQ channel. If you're not there and you have questions about detailing, what are you doing? Get over there. There's great stuff popping up there pretty frequently, and I think you're going to enjoy it. There's new stuff coming out all the time on all of our channels. So check them out, and we will see you later on Thursday with the big crew. So have a great week. We'll see you then.
See ya.